Welcome to Traveling Home Yoga. My name is Leah and we'll be flowing today in the Cape May Yoga Studio. This morning's practice will be a little bit of a longer and stronger full body flow. So roll out your mat and let's begin. We're going to start our practice this morning in child's pose. So maybe taking the knees a little bit wider than the hips, maybe taking them to the edges of your mat if you're on one, and then letting your upper body come down. This isn't always the easiest position to begin our practice in. Sometimes, even though this is a resting pose, it can sometimes feel a little bit tight through the hips or maybe through the shoulders and the upper back when we're just waking up in the morning, when we're just kind of getting moving. And so finding whatever means of support that you can to help you feel comfortable as we settle into stillness for these first few moments. Maybe that means crossing the forearms and letting your forehead rest down on the back of your hands. Maybe you have a block for support, or maybe you have a pillow or a bolster that you can stick underneath your chest to kind of give you that little bit of added lift away from the mat. So finding what feels most comfortable for you, and allow yourself to settle in as deeply as you can here. Noticing the areas that feel particularly tense or tight through the hips, through the lower body. Maybe rock a little side to side. Shift your weight into one knee and then the other to kind of allow yourself to settle into this space a little bit more deeply. And then feel the connection of your forehead to whatever it's resting on, whether it's the hands, a block, the mat. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, just feel your whole body kind of sink a little bit more deeper into the spaces that are touching the ground. Feel that support here for a moment. Allow yourself to notice the rhythm of your breath, your inhales and your exhales. This time that we take coming into stillness in the beginning of our practice, as well as the end when we come to Shavasana, are so important for us to not only get into a space of moving with intention, but to allow ourselves to kind of shut off the thoughts and the plans and the chaos that go running through our minds as we move through the rest of our day. And it sets the tone for us to be able to come into a space where we're moving more purposefully, intentionally, and with presence. Not only just here on your mat, but also as you navigate through life. Take one more breath here. Let's take a moment to set an intention for our practice this morning. It could be anything that you feel like you want to dedicate this next hour to. And then let's start to walk the hands out. If you have them underneath you, if you're in a supported position, if you have a block or bolster underneath you, remove any props, extend your arms out. Come onto the tips of your fingers, the pads of your fingers. We're going to make almost like frog fingers here. And your forehead will lift up off the ground too. So we're in a little bit more of like an active child's pose. Let's start to send our breath into our back. So I want you to take a full inhale and a full exhale and pull the belly button to the spine on the exhale. And then without moving the belly at all, can you breathe into the back body? Can you feel the inhale start to expand through the back of the ribs? Can you find some more space through the muscles, through the upper back to allow the lungs to expand a little bit more deeply? We're so used to breathing with the front body, but let's take a moment to kind of focus on the back body. Waking it up, stretching those muscles out. 2 more big full deep breaths, just breathing into the back. Inhaling, feeling the back body expand. Exhaling, pulling the belly button deeper back to the spine. Let's take one more breath like this. And we'll pull ourselves up into a tabletop position, walking the hands underneath you. Come up onto all fours. Let your belly drop on an inhale. Take your gaze up. Exhale, round your back and tuck your chin down to your chest. So moving through these 2 extremes, inhale, the belly drops, arching as we look up. Exhaling as you round, making sure the hands are stacked right underneath the shoulders. You have a nice supported, stable base to begin this practice. To start to wake up the spine. Maybe you want to sway the head a little side to side. Maybe you want to sway the hips a little side to side. After your next breath here, we're going to sit back into a child's pose with the legs closer in together now and extend the arms out. Let your body slide forward. Make your way all the way onto your belly, coming into a cobra here. Roll the shoulders back, let the elbows hug the rib cage, and we're going to stay in this active space. So we want to engage the posterior chain, the muscles through the back of the body. And we're going to start with the upper back. Can we reach the fingers back towards the feet? Can you roll the shoulders back? Can you lift the crown of the head up? Press the tops of your feet into the ground. So the lower half of the body from your hips all the way down to the toes is supported on the earth. And then let's see if we can pulse the fingertips back towards the heels. Just a little bit of a lift here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we keep it here? Keep it lifted. Now lift your feet up off the ground. Can we pulse the heels up towards the ceiling for 10? Keep the legs straight. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, feel those glutes fired up. Feel the back of the legs fired up. Let's lower the hands under the shoulders for a moment. Just wiggle your hips a little side to side. Press down to the tops of the feet. Peel the upper body up. Hold here again. Reach the fingers forward this time. Palms are facing in towards one another, and you're reaching all the way out. You're almost creating like a Superman type of a posture here. And we're going to keep that upper body lifted. Again, back muscles are engaged. Inhale, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, swim the arms out to the side, fingers reaching back towards the feet. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, take it back. Moving with intention and purpose, letting your breath be your guide so you don't have to go super fast here. Almost actually envision yourself like you're swimming through something really thick like honey. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach those hands back behind. Can you interlace the fingers? Press the interlaced fingers back towards the heels as you peel up and release it. Hands come back under the shoulders. Rest your chin or forehead on the ground and wiggle your hips a little side to side. Release that tension to the lower back. Maybe even would like to bend your knees and windshield wiper your legs side to side here for a moment. Drop those feet down. We're going to press ourselves back. Child's pose once more. So the hips all the way to the heels as the arms extend out. Feel that nice big stretch from the tailbone all the way to the top of the head, from the shoulders all the way to the fingertips. Breath in and breath out. Let's walk our hands over to the right here and just come into a little bit of like a side body stretch. Root down to that left palm, slide your left sit bone deeper back towards your left heel, and really feel that stretch to the entire left side body, from the hip all the way out to the shoulder, through those lateral muscles on the side, all the way out to the fingertips. Feel it. Take another breath. Let's press ourselves up and then sit back a little bit deeper towards that left side. Walk those hands back through center slightly. We're going to extend our left leg out. And then I just want you to keep the arms extended out as we squat back towards that right heel for 5. Press it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit those hips all the way back. Walk the hands all the way over to the right. Press into the right hand. Lift your left arm high. You're in a supported side plank here. Let's see if we can engage through that right side body. Is it possible for you to press into your left foot and your right hand to lift your right kneecap off the floor? Now, if you're trying that out and you feel like you want to test yourself a little further, can you bring the right knee towards the right elbow and extend the right leg out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring that right knee back down, meeting back in that supported side plank. Together, we'll lift our left leg up off the ground. Take the left arm up and overhead. Bicep frames the ear here as we lengthen through that left side. And on our exhale, we're going to squeeze our left elbow and left knee to touch. For 5 as well. Squeeze that left oblique. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull it in. Can you catch the left foot with the left hand? Kick the foot back behind as you press your hips forward. Get that nice deep stretch from the shoulder all the way to the knee. Breath in and breath out. You can even turn the head around a little bit. Take it nice and slow. Be really gentle with yourself, but sort of exploring even that stretch through the left collarbone, the left side of the neck. As you release your foot now, you're just going to drop the left knee down to meet the right. Reach the arms all the way up as you rise onto your knees. Let's take those hands back behind us. Interlace the fingers, press the elbows back. As we open up the chest, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, chin to the chest, elbows drop forward. Inhales take us all the way back. Exhale, chin to chest. Good, again, inhale back. Exhale, chin to chest. Let's deepen this a little bit. So we're going to inhale back as we lift. Exhale, sitting into an active child's pose, tucking the elbows in, bring the forehead towards the knees. Inhale, rise, elbows out, heart lifts, gaze comes up. Exhale, tuck it in and squeeze. Good, let's do 3 more of those. 3, 2, 1, and tuck it down. Send it all the way back up. Let's twist to the right. So can you rotate from the belly? Can you rotate from the rib cage? Bring that left elbow forward and the right elbow back. Can you turn the heart to the right side of your mat? Come back through center. Let's turn the other way. Trying not to turn the head at all. So we're finding that rotation with the hands kind of back here, clasped behind the head. It keeps us from like looking to the one direction and letting that be the thing that guides us. But instead, we have to find that rotation from the rib cage, from the belly. So really kind of getting into that upper middle part of the back, the thoracic spine. Good, come back through center. Sweep those arms all the way up again. Exhale, drop the hands down. You're going to tuck the toes under. Come to standing at the back of your mat, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows for a moment. Rock side to side. Shake the head yes or no. Maybe you want to let your fingertips dangle down towards the ground, kind of letting your whole upper body sway here. Make sure those feet are stacked right underneath your hips. Second toes facing forward. Find a really grounding and stable stance for yourself as you come back through center. Let the fingers dangle. Let's roll ourselves all the way up. Sweep those arms up and overhead. Bring the palms to touch. Interlace the fingers. Take them back behind the head. Inhale, press the head back. Exhale here. We're going to kind of like do almost like a good morning fold. So you're just folding from the hips, but we're taking it in a circle. So let's start by coming to the right. A little bend in the knees here. Come down through center. Take it all the way up to the left and all the way around. Let's do that 2 more times. Come down through center to the left and back up. 1 more. Bring yourself all the way back up. Reach the right hand down, left arm high, and bend to your right. Lengthen through that left side body. Reaching the fingers down for the right hand, reaching the fingers up for the left hand, so it's like you're lengthening in 2 directions. Good. Inhale, hands come all the way up high. Exhale, hands come down to the heart center. Shift your weight into your left foot. Lift your right leg off the ground. So can we find a standing balance here? Finding some stability. Grounding down through all the points of that left foot. You can be here, toes tapped down. You can be here, knee lifted. You can test yourself and extend that leg out. It's truly up to you. Let it be a moment for you to kind of find your own sense of balance and sort of testing your balance here through your practice. And notice what happens with your breath when you do. We really kind of heavily focus on the breathing when we begin the practice. And we kind of carry that intention and focus on the breath through the practice. So notice when things become challenging for you. Do you tense up? Do you hold your breath? Or can you keep that breath flowing through the body even when things are challenging? Does it help you find better balance when you do? Take a really big step forward with that right foot. Coming into a lunge here, you're high up on those back toes. Once you're settled into the lower half of the body, sweep the arms all the way up. Option to stay here, or option to tap that left knee down to the ground for 3, lift it up, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to all lower the left knee down to the ground. Hands come to frame your right foot. Untuck your back toes. You're in a low lunge, pressing your hips forward on your inhale, walking your hands back on the exhale. Let the toes point up towards the ceiling. Inhales take us forward, low lunge. Exhale, take it back, straighten the leg. Let's try that again. Inhale forward. Exhale back. As you come into this half split, I'll turn to the side so you can see me. The right leg is straight here, but instead of just like rounding the upper body to come down, can you lengthen through the spine, reaching the crown of the head towards the top edge of your mat and hinging from the hips as you fold. So you're really letting your heart be guided towards your toes, even if that means you can't come down that deeply, but you'll feel it more intensely and more purposefully through the back of that right leg from your heel all the way to your glutes. Let's take another breath. Come forward into that lunge. We're going to step the right leg back. Tabletop position once more. We're back into hands and knees, and you can go through those cat-cows again, arching and rounding, just neutralizing the spine here. One more time, and then we're going to sit ourselves back into child's pose. Extend the arms all the way out. Let's walk our hands over to the left this time. Ground down with that right palm, sit the right hip a little deeper back towards the right heel. Feel that deep stretch to the right side body and breathe. Let's press ourselves up for a moment. And then now as you sit back, drive that right hip deeper back towards that right heel and keep the right hand plugged into the earth. Bring yourself back up. We're going to step that right leg out to the side. Walk your fingers slightly back through center. And then just pulse ourselves back towards that left heel. And bring it up. Good. Pulse it back and up. Let's do 3 more of those. 3, 2, last 1. Let's take it all the way down, reaching through the fingers, driving the hips back towards that left heel. And then walk your hands over to the left here. Press yourself up right into that supported side plank. Right fingers go high up towards the ceiling here. Beautiful. Okay, so from this place, again, we're going to test our balance. So you either have the option to stay right here where you are, or see if you can press into the right foot and the left hand, lift that left kneecap off the ground, engage through those left obliques. Now you can stay here as well, or left knee to left elbow, and we extend out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop that left knee back down. Right leg lifts. Right arm comes up and overhead. Bicep frames the ear. We lengthen the right side body, reaching through the fingers and the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze that right oblique for 5. Extend it out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Make that connection. Grab the right ankle or foot with the right hand if you can reach for it, and then kick it back. If you're just reaching towards the foot, that's great too. You'll get that same opening. But if you can get that grip, kick it all the way back. Press the hips forward. Nice deep stretch from the shoulder all the way to the knee, and breathe. Okay, let's drop our right knee down to meet the left. We're going to rise up onto the knees. Arms sweep all the way up. Hands come back behind the head. Inhale, press the hands back into the head back into the hands. Elbows open out wide. And we're just tucking the chin to the chest. The elbows come forward here. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling back. Exhale, chin to chest. Keep the back nice and straight. Just the head moves. Breathe into the back of the neck 1 more time. Hold that here. Breath in. Breath out. And then we'll add on to that movement. So lifting the elbows back, chin lifts, chest opens. Exhale, tuck it down to the child's pose. Elbows come in, forehead towards the knees. Inhaling as we rise and lift. Exhale, tuck it down. Good. 3 more of those. Last one. Bring it all the way up. Lift those arms all the way up high. Inhale. Exhale, drop the hands down, tuck the toes. Press yourself back into a standing forward fold to the back of your mat. Take a moment here again if you want to grab opposite elbows and rock side to side. You can. You can let your fingers dangle down on the ground. Shake the head yes or no. Release the low back. Let the head and the neck just be heavy here. Breathe into the back of the legs. As you let your fingers dangle down towards the ground, let's start to roll ourselves all the way to standing, stacking vertebra by vertebra as we come all the way up. Head, neck, and shoulders are the last to rise. Arms sweep all the way up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come back behind the head. So remember, we made those circles. We're going to take a slight bend in the knees just to kind of really stabilize through the legs here and focus on hinging from the hips in those good morning circles. So take yourself to the left, then down through center, all the way to the right, and up and around. Really big, juicy circles. Let's do 2 more. Let's take it all the way back up to stand as you release the hands. Left arm drops down, right arm reaches high. We're lengthening through 2 sides here, like we're stretching the arms all the way out, and then really grounding down to that right foot and reaching to that whole right side. Good. Let's take those hands all the way back up. Inhale, exhale, release the hands behind you. Interlace your fingers at your lower back. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. Roll the shoulders back and lift the heart. Now let's come into a forward fold. Interlaced fingers go up. You can shake your head yes or no. So you're getting this nice deep shoulder rinse here. Breath in and breath out. Let's release those hands back down to the ground. Heel toe those feet back to hip width distance apart and roll yourself back to standing once more. Arms go up. Inhale. Exhale the hands into prayer at your heart. We're going to shift our weight now into our right foot so the left leg can lift. Find that standing balance here, that steadiness. You're doing great. Notice what happens in your mind when things become challenging. Notice what happens with your breath when things become challenging. Can we let the breath flow with ease in and out? Does that create a better sense of balance in the body? Take a really big step forward, crescent lunge. We're high up on the back toes. The arms are going to go up and overhead. Option to hold it or tap that back knee down for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Everyone lower the knee down. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Untuck the back toes. Let your hips drive forward. Low lunge on the inhale. Exhale, walk it back and straighten that front leg. You're just rocking back and forth between these 2 positions. Noticing if as you come forward, the knee drives beyond the toes, then maybe you have the space to wiggle that front foot a little bit further forward. It's okay if the knee comes in front of the ankle, but if it's coming like super far beyond the toes, then you probably have the space to widen your stance, and that's going to help you kind of get a deeper stretch and also give you more stability. All right, let's take it back into that half split. And like I said before, we're keeping the spine nice and long and hinging from the hips as we come down, as if you're pulling your heart towards your toes. Good, let's take another breath. Slowly here, coming back forward, left foot steps back, tabletop. Let's tuck the toes, come back to downward facing dog. Lifting those hips up and back. Take a moment to pedal out your legs, bending into one knee and then the other, alternating as you reach one heel towards the mat and then the other. Nice big full deep breath here. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling as you clear out through your mouth with a sigh. Let's shift our weight into our left foot. Send the right leg all the way up high. Bend your knee and flex your foot. Peel your hips open. Gaze underneath your right armpit. Hold that here for a moment. Let's play with just bending and straightening that right leg. So you're extending the foot up towards the ceiling and then bending it back behind you. Good. Straighten the leg out, square the hips off. Send that right leg all the way up high. Three-legged down dog here for a moment. Step that right foot up between your hands. Coming up into a lunge, take the arms all the way up, roll the shoulders back and open up the chest. Hold it here or tap that back knee down for 3, 2, 1. Lower that back knee down to the ground. Inhale, drive those hips all the way forward into that lunge. Exhale, drop the hands, straighten the leg, toes lift up off the ground. Take it back to face that low lunge once more. Walk your hands to the inside of your right foot. We're going to turn to face the side of our mat. Pivot your left foot so that it comes all the way over to the right side. The calf is parallel to the short edge of your mat. And as you face the side here, we're going to come up onto the right elbow on top of the right knee. Left arm up and overhead. You're in an extended side angle on your knees here. Let the hips drive a little bit further towards the right heel for a moment, just kind of getting into that right groin area. And then we're going to take the left hand down to the ground, reach the right arm up, and you're in that supported side plank that we did earlier on in our practice. Stay here, step the kneeling leg back, or play with those knee crunches, knee to elbow crunches for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your right hand down to meet your left. Plank pose. You're facing the opposite direction from the way that we started, but that's okay. Can we hold that here? Body in a nice straight line. Heels pressing back. Crown of the head lengthens forward. Press into the ground. Push the ground away from you. Drop the hips a little bit, but hug the belly in. If you need to modify by coming to your knees to your shoulders stay in one straight line, or you're in that full plank. But again, coming back to that breath, noticing what's happening in your mind, noticing what's happening with your breath when things become challenging. When every muscle's working in your body to hold you here, can you find that sense of balance between effort and surrender? Let's take another big full deep breath like this. Lowering yourself slowly all the way onto your belly. Inhaling into cobra. Hold that here. Fingers reach back towards the feet. And we'll kind of swim it out. So we're going to inhale, reach those arms forward in that sort of airplane shape. Exhale, arms go back. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Can we do 3 more of those? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale back. Interlace those fingers. Press the interlaced fingers back towards the heels. Lift the upper body up a little bit higher. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press yourself up and back to downward facing dog. Child's pose if you need it for a moment. And we'll take a few big, full, deep breaths here. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling as you clear out through your mouth with a sigh. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue. Exhale. Good. One more time like that. Inhale through your nose, open your mouth, let it go. Shift your weight into your right foot, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, flex the foot, and peel the hips open. And again, just kind of playing with bending and straightening that leg as you look underneath your left armpit. Straighten that left leg, square those hips off. Step the left foot up between the hands. Crescent lunge as you rise. Arms come all the way up. Roll the shoulders back, open up the chest. Option to hold it here, or option to tap that back knee down. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's all lower that back knee down, drive the hips forward, kneeling lunge, and exhale, walk it back. Straighten the leg, left toes point up, half split here. Feel the upper body fold over the straight leg, just breathe. Let's bring ourselves back forward, low lunge. Walk your hands to the inside of your left foot. Pivot your right foot so that the toes point to the left side of your mat. And then bring your left elbow to the top of your left knee. Right arm comes up and overhead. You're in a kneeling extended side angle shape. Roll the right shoulder back. Use the leverage of the left elbow pressing into the inner left knee to help you facilitate this, opening up the chest a little bit more, and then drive those hips further towards the left foot to really kind of get into that left groin space. Awesome. Take another breath. We're going to walk it all the way towards the back edge of our mat, so towards that right leg. Drop your right hand down, reach your left arm high, supported side plank once more. Together, we're going to test our strength and balance by stepping back into that full side plank. Feet can be staggered or feet can be stacked, depending on how much you want to challenge yourself. And if you're going to do those knee to elbow crunches, this is the time for you to take that. Right knee to right elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Together we come back to that side plank and we'll drop the left hand down. We're in a plank pose once more. Again, facing the opposite direction from where we started. Holding that plank or kneeling plank is totally up to you. Take another breath. Let's lower slowly, coming onto your bellies. Okay, so from here, we're going to tuck our toes under. Press your heels back so it lifts your kneecaps off the floor. And then reach back through your fingers. A little bit of like a modified locust pose here. Maybe you want to interlace those fingers and press them back. Let's take another breath here. Lift a little bit higher. Keep those toes tucked under. Keep pressing back through the heels. Keep lifting those kneecaps. Good, let's release it. Let your arms rest alongside your body. Untuck your toes. Let your right ear come to the ground here. Total relaxation for the back body. All right, so option to do that exact same thing again, or maybe even playing with like lifting your feet up off the ground, coming into that full locust shape. Second option would be to come into this bow pose here on the floor. So you'll bend the knees, reach back with the hands, catch the feet or the ankles. Now, if you're doing the exact same thing we did before, go ahead and lift yourself up, find that steadiness of breath, okay? If you're coming into this bow, you're gonna start to peel the upper body up, lift the crown of the head up, and then kick up through the feet. Use the hands to pull the feet and the ankles, and then kick, 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 kick. Lift a little higher, lift the crown of the head a little higher, kick a little higher, and release it. Drop your left ear to the ground this time. Maybe you want to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Maybe you'd look just to find stillness. Totally up to you. Let's take our hands back underneath our shoulders, peeling ourselves up for cobra one more time, and exhale to child's pose. Hips all the way to your heels, arms extend out, nice big stretch, tailbone to the top of the head, shoulders all the way to the fingertips. Noticing how it feels this time around compared to how it felt when we began our practice. Without judgment, it's just an opportunity for you to kind of check in and explore and notice your body and how it might change after some movement. We're going to press ourselves back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Shift your weight into your left foot once more. Send that right leg all the way up high. Bend the knee and flex the foot. Peel the hips open. So this is an option for you to kind of flip your dog. And if that's something you've never tried before at home, maybe you want to surround yourself with some pillows for support. But the real key here to making this happen is to go really slow. As you keep that right knee bent and drop the foot down, the left leg can stay straight and the right arm reaches back. That's an option here. Once you're there, maybe you want to bend both knees, let the toes point to the back edge of your mat, and reach up and back through your fingertips. You started working your way towards that wheel shape. If you went there, let's unflip ourselves. Send that right leg back up for three-legged down dog, and we're going to place that right leg for a half pigeon. So you'll bring your right knee forward towards your right wrist, drop onto your shin here, ankle towards your left hip crease, wiggle the back foot back, create that wide separation, keep the hips squared. Even if that means needing to add a blanket, a rolled up blanket, a pillow, a block underneath that right hip, to support you once you're settled in and the back toes are untucked. You're welcome to stay lifted. You're welcome to lower onto your elbows, or even all the way down if that feels more comfortable for you. Take a couple breaths here. I talked a bit about finding that balance between effort and surrender when we're doing things that require a lot of exertion or a lot of strength in us, as we have a tendency to like tense up, fight against it, notice the discomfort that we're experiencing. But that happens here too when we're doing postures that require us to soften and allow for a deeper stretch. It's your first inclination to want to like lift up your body, pull yourself out of this place that feels uncomfortable. Can you allow yourself to be an observer of the sensations you're experiencing here instead, and use your breath as a tool to create space? If you're experiencing any kind of like sharp twinging pain, obviously, that means there's something not right and you need to readjust the position that you're in. But if it's just like a dull aching sensation, notice it. And as you notice it and observe it without judgment and allow your breath to flow, does it become a little easier for you to stay here a little bit longer? Just questions to check in with yourself about. We're gonna stay in this position as you walk your hands up under your shoulders. If you put any props under your right hip, let's remove them. And we're gonna let our weight sink over into the right hip, swing the left leg around, take the foot down. So I want us to come into a twist here. If you can take that left foot, and cross it over to the opposite side of the right knee, you can do that. If you need to extend your bottom leg out and that makes it a little bit easier for you, then you can do that as well. Okay? Keep the hips planted on the ground. We're gonna wrap our right arm around the left knee. Take the left hand up and back behind us as we twist, lengthening on our inhales and twisting on our exhales. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Let's take another breath. Gently untwist yourself, come back through center. Bring that left leg back around you. We're gonna press back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out your legs in down dog. Let's shift our weight into our right foot, send the left leg up high, bend the knee and flex the foot, peel the hips open. And again, this is your opportunity to flip it slow and with control as you bring that left foot down like a ninja. Right leg stays straight, you reach back through the left fingertips. So this is an option. The further out that foot is, the harder it is. The closer in the left foot is to give you that stability to press into it, makes it easier. And then maybe you want to bend both knees, let the toes face the back edge of your mat, and then reach up and back through those left fingertips. And again, you start to work your way towards that wheel position eventually. Let's unflip slowly. Left leg goes high. Set up for half pigeon on this side. So left knee to left wrist, ankle towards the right hip crease. Bring your shin to the mat, wiggle your back foot back, create that wide separation. Again, if you need props underneath that left hip this time around, you can do that. Lower when you feel ready to and come back to your breath. Couple more big deep breaths here. Notice where your thoughts go. Notice what your breath is doing. As you stay longer, do you notice the discomfort shift to different places in the body? Observe that. We're going to take another breath or two here, and then bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders. Same as before, let your weight sink over into your left hip. Swing the right leg around. Can we take it right into that twist so the right foot crosses to the opposite side of the left knee? Plant the foot down. Take your left arm. Let's wrap it around the right knee. Right hand comes up and back behind you. And again, we come into this twist. Can you keep the sit bones rooted into the earth? Can you lengthen the spine on the inhale? Can you twist on the exhale from the belly, from the rib cage? Let the right shoulder draw back. Gaze back beyond it. Gently untwist yourself, come back through center. And from here, we're gonna open our legs out wide. So uncross the right leg, extend your left leg all the way out. Let's take the hands back behind us. Come onto the tips of the fingers, lift the crown of the head up, and then take a moment just to kind of like point and flex the feet. So kind of exploring how this feels in the body. And then we're gonna walk the hands out in front of us as we let ourselves settle into this wide fold. This is not the most comfortable shape for me. I'm much more flexible front to back splits than I am this open leg splits. But, you know, we avoid the things that aren't comfortable for us. Oftentimes we avoid the things that we're not good at, and that means that we need to work on that even more. So if you feel that way, if this is a really challenging shape for you, know that you're not alone, and just see if you can sit with, like I said, when we were in that pigeon shape, can you sit with the feelings, being an observer of the sensations that you're experiencing here without judgment, right? There's no right or wrong. You know, we don't need to compare ourselves to what other people can do. Just noticing where we're at in this moment and knowing that it's perfect, okay? We're going to slowly bring ourselves back up. Use your hands to support your knees as you pull them in. Place the feet flat on the ground. Let your hands come back behind you, fingers point towards the hips. We're going to press up into a reverse tabletop here. Roll the shoulders back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, let it go. Drop those hips back down, straighten out your legs, remove the flesh from your sit bones as we sit up nice and tall. Arms go all the way up, big inhale as we lift. Exhale, forward fold. Feel like you're pulling your heart towards your toes. Again, like I said, when we were in that half split in the beginning of our practice, you want to focus on lengthening the spine, even if that means keeping a little bit of a bend in your knees here. Okay, take another breath like this. Release it when you're ready. We're going to come all the way back to lying on our backs. Take a nice big full body stretch here. Take a moment to circle the ankles around, circle the wrists around. You made it. Hugging those knees into your chest and rocking a little side to side. Massage your back into your mat here. I like to come into happy baby from here, reaching in between the legs, grabbing onto the soles of the feet and sending the soles of the feet up towards the sky as you rock. But if there's any last pose or adjustment that's calling you, maybe you'd like another twist, a supine twist. Maybe you're needing a moment to come into an inversion before you settle into stillness. Whatever your body needs. As we unwind at the end of our practice, this is the time for us to kind of really tune into what our body's calling for so that we can feel balanced and whole and complete at the end of this practice. Take that time for yourself to find what you need. And then when you're ready, we'll come into stillness together. Extending those legs out, letting your arms come to rest alongside your body. Let the shoulders soften and relax back. Take a moment to close your eyes here. Settle back into your breath, noticing the inhales and the exhales. And then even letting that go. You have nowhere to go. You have nothing to do. These few moments here where your body can integrate everything that we just did. Let yourself rest here and be at peace. Savasana. When you feel ready to, start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Maybe take a last full body stretch before you roll yourself over to one side. Finding that fetal position, cradling your head in the nook of your arm. Taking a moment to rest here. In this stillness, in this ease that we experience at the end of our practice, and know that you can carry it with you throughout the rest of your day. When you're ready to rise, we'll come up, finding our final seated position. Taking our hands into prayer at our hearts, bowing our heads and closing our eyes. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to your mat today. And thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. I hope you'll join us again someday. Namaste.